Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another fun YouTube watching stream. And today we got some different content. So normally what I do is I'll play video games, I'll sit and talk with you guys. Today we're actually going to be watching some videos on some different bartending gadgets. Earlier today we did a video where we were looking at some of the different drinks you could make, whether it be coffee drinks or like just alcoholic drinks. So right now we're gonna be going over some different tools, and I hope you like it. I'll stop for commentary in between, so just kind of be prepped for that. And while this is going on, I'll add in my bots. So without further ado, let's get on to it. Cause it's ain't nothing to it but to do it, do it, do it.
I'm Dan, and I've been designing kitchen gadgets for 40
Dan
years.
looks like
I'm
he's
going
on
to test
math.
some barware gadgets and see if I can find a way to make them better. Not a great tracing, but you get the idea. Some wings on here make this base so much wider. These are the products I'm going to test. The Craft House Boston Shaker, the Rectech Cocktail Strainer, the Badass Muddler, the Rabbit Retro Manual Ice Crusher, the ISI Soda Siphon.
Guy looks like he's on math. And I'm not really sure if this is like a
the Rectech Cocktail
excellent.
Strainer.
It looks like something like that a gynecologist would use.
Vodka, ice, and olives.
Vodka?
It's martini time.
It's martini time, guys.
We're ready. We've got some vodka, and I'm going to go with the 2-to-1 version. Ice. And time to shake it up.
It's time to shake it up.
If you've never done this, it's very loud. Okay. Cup out, strainer in, and let's pour.
He's gonna pour, guys.
It's pretty classic, 2 cups. There's not a lot of complaints about that, but this square
I'm sure he gets
strainer
plenty of complaints about that.
To dribble a little bit to the side. In either case, 2 olives. Let's see what we have.
Oh, drinking on the job there, bud. I knew it.
I'm going to try now to compare that to.
He looks like he's had a few too many drinks, doesn't he?
What that means is it's got the strainer built in the cap. No need to hold it with 2 hands.
Christ's sake. He's sweating just from shaking this.
You should wear gloves when doing this. In terms of effectiveness, on a 5-point scale, I would give the shaker a 5. The strainer,
well, I'd give your suit like a 1.
Even though it is maybe a nice color, I really don't think it has any advantage over the more traditional round strainer. So now it's time for the left-handed
That looks like a
test.
shitty...
By making my non-dominant hand slippery, it's going to...
Oh, he's oiling up. This is just getting gross.
No problem there. Even though there's a cone shape, I've got those ridges to pull up again, so that helps.
My shakers, you cannot pull apart. Like, I try as hard as I can.
Mr. Bond, I expect you to die.
This dude's on
Okay, let's
math,
go. Now,
I
this
swear.
is really a 2-hand operation, but I'm just going to switch hands to see if...
That or he drank half of all those empty spots in the bottles. That was him.
Okay, sounds like it's done. Ooh, man, my cup is a little stuck.
Well, probably because he oiled up the fucking hands, man.
Don't switch hands, right. Ooh, my cup doesn't want to release. I'd probably use both hands to do this. I'm going to try to strain it with my left hand, and this is going to be a little more clumsy, I think, but I can handle it. If you tilt this a little bit, you notice it's dripping from the side. Now, problem with that is...
Well, no shit, it's not made for that cup.
Away from off of the glass and onto the table. And you don't want to lose any vermouth or vodka. So, not as thrilled with...
You look like you would fucking freak out if you lost a drop of vodka there, bud.
Okay with the shaker. Whoa!
Whoa, you've been drinking too much, bud.
In terms of usability, I am still good with the shaker. It is what it is.
Honestly, this tux is way too big for him.
It's pretty classic design. Usability for the strainer, I would give this a 1. So, not sure what the thought is behind making this square, but I'm not sure it was a great thought. Always surprises me how it holds the liquid inside when you shake it. You would think it would want to...
Look at him sweat. Like, sweat's just pouring on him.
The shaker itself... Again, boy, this is so simplistic and so classic. I don't think
he needs to cut what remaining hair he has left. Probably wouldn't get such a crazy look going on.
For the strainer,
Not sure if he's going for a poor
Funny little
butler look,
mystery to me
but
as to the purpose of the
he's got
screen,
it.
as opposed to something that would
It's
seal
because
it a
his
little
suit's
better
so
around.
big.
Like
Like,
I said, I
why
don't
is
think
his
this
suit
needs
so
to be
big?
square. And boy, if I start redesigning this, it may go back to just the classic round version of this. I think rounding this so that you don't get drips. If we had a simple round one,
Love
boy,
how
I
you
don't love the way this
That's the
fits
perfect picture.
onto the shaker. So I think I would take
What he looks
a little
like.
more aggressive approach.
But he's
in
definitely the guy off the
some
scary movie.
wings on here that would help center it, probably with a curve so it fits different
He's
sizes.
drawing with a
In terms of
pink
the buy rating,
Sharpie
I
right
would
now.
give
Like,
this
how can we
shaker
take
a
this
5
guy
out of 5.
seriously?
I think it works well. I think it's pretty classic. In terms of the strainer, I would give this one a 1. I think it's a missed opportunity. You definitely want your martini.
I think it's funny that he's already rated this product and now he's rating it
Go
again.
home tonight and prove that to yourself. The Badass Muddler.
Hey, at least he's got a shirt that fits
His
now.
purpose is to muddle. We're gonna try that out.
Oh, really? Is that what a muddler is used for?
Feel underdressed. Boy, my first thought is this has some weight to it. And be careful not to break the glass. Let's see how that goes. Do 3 pieces of lime, add some sugar. Whoa, that may be too much, but it's okay.
He didn't say that when he was pouring in the alcohol.
Let's add some rum. Whoa, it's gonna be a good mojito. Okay. Let's
See?
start muddling.
See? He's just fine with the
Feel
alcohol
a little bit
content.
better now that the lime is cushioning the impact of the muddler. With great power comes great responsibility. Okay, I'm splashing a little bit. I may
'Cause you're
be
drunk.
over-muddling this, but I think we're
Your
okay.
fucking fingernails are
I'm
way
going
longer than they
to
should be for a
add
man.
some ice. Did I do that backwards? Let's try it this way. I'm gonna put
Who
some
puts a yellow
muddled
undershirt
stuff at the
on?
bottom. I'm gonna
Let's
add
just
some ice, some
take a
salsa,
mo- and it's a
mix it
long
lightly,
sleeve
and
yellow undershirt. What's?
Give it a shot.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
You need to stop
That was some
drinking
excellent
tonight,
muddling
man.
I did there. The badass muddler, not the big ass muddler, but the badass muddler, did a pretty good job. I thought that was good. It's got 2 sides to it, and I'm wondering if I really want to
Getting cold. He's
glass, if I should use this.
he's drunk. He doesn't feel a
glass
thing.
because
Look at
it's
him.
got, you know, almost no radius here, whereas this is going to miss the very corner edges of the glass. But I guess that's up to you and up to the glass. Okay, let's.
It's
see
up to
how
you and up to the
badass
glass.
muddler compares to a pretty standard wooden muddler.
We're making fun of this drunk guy there, Desolate.
In
He's
terms of effectiveness, I would rate it a 5 because boy, on the downstroke,
What?
it really does take care of itself. It's got enough weight.
Now
to
he's
even
beating
help
his
the
cocktail.
muddler
Look at it, he
around.
spilled.
I would just be a little bit careful about it. Make sure no one makes you angry. Let's try the
See?
badass
He's
muddler
an angry
this time
drunk.
with a
Look at
slippery
this.
left hand.
He's lubing up the hands again.
And let's go again. I'm going to put in.
Let's
4
stop.
slices
Like,
of
what are you
lime.
doing, old guy? Just stop.
Mint leaves. Bartender, it needs more mint. It's 5 o'clock.
Wow,
somewhere.
he said it needed more or
This
something
mother
besides
has
alcohol.
some
Look at
texture
that.
on it. But I feel a little less stable with it because it is.
He feels less
so
stable because he can't
need to put
fucking
some
stand
squeeze
straight.
power into it to control it. I believe with a slippery and/or weaker hand.
What's the
is you
comments
would
on the
lose grip a little
page?
bit and
I don't know what
wanna
you mean by
retain
that.
it. So that would be an opportunity for some improvement, and I don't think it would take much to rectify that. And these are pretty well crushed.
Oh, it's crushed like his hopes and dreams.
It's mojito time.
There he goes, drinking
The
again.
right
This is
hand
the
is still
third time
pretty
he's
well
drank
pummeled.
this
On the
video.
usability scale, I would give it a 4. It's not
Look at how tight
terrible
his
in your
ring
hand,
is. Looks
but
like his
boy,
finger's
it's
just
really
gonna
too
fall
bad
off.
that They didn't consider slippery hands or weaker hands in using it. I think a little bit of shape in here. would
Probably
have
oils his
given it
hands
some
when he
edge.
puts it on
Let's
in the
look at a
morning.
redesign. Boy, this tracing is going to be really easy since it's nothing but a cylinder.
Okay,
Give it just
so
a little bit of
we're-
shape. Doesn't need a lot.
We are
Maybe like just
talking
a little
about
bit.
how good this
Gives it
muddler
some
is.
curve.
It's literally just a fucking
And
stick that you muddle
Good
shit
to
with.
go. It doesn't.
And he's like fucking
it could be extremely
playing
There are other ways to do it. Add more
kindergarten
texture or
draw
put
on a
some,
tablet.
horizontal stripes into it. But I would think just a really subtle shape change would just orient your hand and keep your hand a little more secure. Boy, that's really all I would change on
Yeah,
this.
you need that
In
at
terms
your
of
old
a buy
age.
rating, I would give this a 5, even though I think it has some room for improvement. I think it is a
Okay, if it has
mullet.
room for
Much like the
improvement,
US.
you wouldn't give
I
it
would
5s
give this
across the board.
badass mullet to anyone I know who is growing mint in their backyard and the mint is out of control. Just muddle your heart out. The Rabbit Retro Manual Ice Crusher. And its purpose is to crush ice. So the way this
Oh,
works
no
is
shit, guy.
it's got
We'll catch you
a
later, Desolate.
bucket to hold the ice. I am going to put in just a couple of pieces of ice here. Let's just see how 2 chunks of ice are going to work. And I'm going to start to crush. This is designed to make finer ice in one direction and more coarse chunks of ice in the other direction. I feel like I really have to steady it with my other hands.
Don't forget to steady
the
yourself
reason
there,
that
old
is
guy.
This tapers down to a smaller footprint on the table, so it is more susceptible to tipping. So
So are you.
not totally in love with it. Ice into the ice crusher.
3 times speed. The producers of this were just like, no, he's going too slow.
Now this needs to come off, and bit of a struggle there. Does not easily want to pop off. And
Nice, Nikki.
that may be an understatement. Okay, so I got to give it a pretty good push on a corner to get this to come off. That was too bad. Also, it doesn't pour that easily. A little disappointing, though. I expected.
Well, yeah, you
Let's
fucking,
see
like,
now how the Rabbit
didn't hold
Retro
it at a
Manual
light
Ice
angle
Crusher
and then tipped it in.
compares to
It's ice, it sticks to itself.
Badass Muddler. Got ice and a towel.
Look at this
and ready
old
to
school
start.
towel he has. He's beating it like his ex-wife.
That was so much more fun. So if you have a badass muddler or a hammer or a big stick, you may want to try that before splurging for the Rabbit Retro Manual Ice Crusher. In terms of effectiveness, I would give it
Oh, come
a
on. Who,
2,
like,
and
buys
that's
this
the
little, like,
nice
fucking
thing.
tin can with
Worst
the
thing you
fucking
can
crank
do
on it
with
and
a
thinks it's
product is
gonna be a
to
good
make it look great, and then when
ice
someone makes it
crusher, you
home,
know?
to really disappoint them. Time to oil up.
Like, why did they pick the... Oh my god, what is he oiling
Gotta
up
say
for?
right off the bat that the shape is not very conducive. There's a little bit of a lip here, so I can get my finger onto it to lift this up. I'm gonna put in the ice.
Why? Why did he oil up his hands?
Definitely a bit more struggle than you would think. I still have a large chunk of ice in here. Let me try it a few more times. I think that ice cube is dancing around in there laughing at me. Let's try now to open this, and you know, this shape doesn't allow.
He just wants to let you know that he wants to buy it if
And boy, this part just is no.
someone else backs
It just
out or
wants to slip.
something. It's just
So
to get more
I'm going to
visibility
try
on
some
it,
brute
essentially.
force, and let's see if
That's
I
the
can get my
reasoning
finger
for his
now
message, I
both
think.
hands to open this, which seems unnecessary.
Well,
since
no
there's
shit.
no
You know what's
heat
unnecessary? That
that's gonna
fucking
be on here
pound of olive oil on your hand. That,
or snapped on so tight.
like, why do you have it in a
And
ketchup
let's,
bottle?
see what we got.
Oh, look at that. You
Whoa,
didn't
it certainly
fucking...
doesn't pour out well. It is crushed, but
Why do you
I don't
think
feel
it
like I
doesn't
had
pour out well?
control
Maybe because it
of
melted, because it
the
took you fucking
size
10
of
minutes
the
to...
tips. In terms of
This guy.
usability, I would give it a 1. I had very high hopes that, wow, this is cool. I'm going to have a manual ice crusher, and life is going to be beautiful. Boy, that it didn't fulfill on that promise. Let's talk about a redesign. I think there are a lot of things that I would do differently on this. I think one of the things I would
Let's
do
say on your
is
testing, there's a lot
rethink
of
the
things I
base.
would... There he
I
is with his
would
fucking
make
markers
the
again.
base so much wider and more stable, and I think it's got some small rubber pads here. That's okay, but I think the rubber pads can be a little more substantial. In doing that, I think it's going to be a lot less likely to wobble. The crank itself, I think I would reshape this and give it a little more of a curve. So this is what we have now. I would give it a little more of a curve in here. Again, that would be a little more stable in the hands as your fingers
Yeah,
wrap
but
around
it'd
it.
be a lot more
This top
fragile.
part, boy, it's so difficult to pull it off of the base. So between putting something here that I could pull against, I would do something at least to catch your hand as you're trying to get the stop off. Doesn't have to be in this direction. It could be in this direction so it doesn't interfere with the handle, with the crank. Boy, one more thing I think I would do is make this thing pour out more easily. Draw this from a top
Make
view.
it pour
Do
out
that.
more
There's
easily.
no reason why this couldn't have a very large and controllable pour spout. As a
Because
buy
that
rating,
costs
I would
them
give it a
about
1. I don't
20
think
more
anyone's
cents
gonna
a
be that
unit.
happy with it. The
Bringing their net
banging
margin
of
probably
that
down 20 cents.
so much more satisfying. It wasn't fighting me. This
I mean,
seems
that's
to
not made to
fight
be a
against me.
long-term
The
fucking
ISI
deal.
soda siphon.
Now this looks
Its
cool.
purpose in life is to magically convert ordinary water into seltzer. Let's see how it works. First, off with the top,
There we go.
and this gasket and tube comes out, and we'll fill it with water.
I'm
This
interested to
metal
see how
mesh
he's going
looks
to.
pretty classic. Okay, I'm going to reassemble, top back on, screw it tight so the gasket works.
Classic for
I'm
you.
going to place the cartridge into
Probably
the cartridge
like
holder.
fucking
Everyone
vintage
stand
for
back,
us.
goggles on. Let's see what happens here. Whoa, and we've been seltzerized. Boy, really funny how the level of water seems to have dropped. At this point, I believe I can
Because you
remove
added
the
pressure
cartridge
to it.
because it's been spent. Cap back on. Might as well squeeze some lime in here so I have something to seltzer into. Okay.
Ugh, I don't like the way you
Back.
said that. Something to seltzer into.
My aim's a little off, but it seems to work.
Because you've been drinking half those bottles.
I don't feel like I carbonated the water as much as an ordinary bottle of seltzer. It seems a lot more bubbly than this does. This does have its aesthetic appeal, and it's got the fun aspect. It's got the Mo, Larry, and Curly vibe to it. I don't know if using 2 cartridges would make a difference, but I think that would be excessive to expect that. Let's see how that compares to its competition, a bottle of mineral water.
Why don't you use actual, like,
In terms
seltzer
of
water?
effectiveness, I think I would rate it a 2. I would have expected a lot more carbonation. Time to oil up,
I think you almost need
and
two
I will unscrew that. That's
two
no problem,
deals for the
since there's so many
carbon to
things here
get
push against.
thoroughly mixed into it.
And the gasket will simply lift out, so that's not a problem.
I'm not
I'm
an expert
going
when it comes to carbon
pour
dioxide, but
left-handed, and boy, look how accurate I am. It's okay.
4 times speed. Oh my god, these
Still a little bit.
producers.
Let's reassemble. So gasket back on, screw the top back on. I'm going to undo this, and this is a little difficult. So I've got a very shiny silver thing.
Probably because you oiled up
It
your
means I need to
hands.
squeeze more to get this off. That could possibly be an opportunity. Put some sort of shape.
It
and
would be an
knurling on this
opportunity not putting
so
oil
that
on your
it would be
fucking
a
hands
little
all
bit
the
easier
time.
to open up. See if I can get some friction on here. Okay, that worked. Insert.
Yeah, that's what a normal person would do.
Okay, that was fun. I can now remove the cartridge. I'm going to put this back on. It doesn't really need to be tight though, so even though I can't tighten it, don't think there's going to be a problem. I'm going to put some lime into the pitcher, and with my left hand, give it a shot. Now, look what's happening here. I've got to use my thumb if I'm going to shoot this way, because this is really a right-handed kind of thing if I'm going to use my fingers. That being
I don't
said,
get why
I'm
they
gonna
didn't put
try
the
this
handle in the
by
back. I'll give it to
squeezing
him on
with
that
my
one.
thumb.
That
Boy,
looked
there's
like it
something really
mixed pretty
satisfying
good.
about shooting this seltzer. And let's try that.
This guy is just fucking creepy at times.
It's hard to rate this.
He
'cause
likes
it's
to
such a
shoot his
classic design.
seltzer.
In terms of usability, though, I would give it a solid 3.5. It looks
There's
like
just
I'm
something
like in
so
a 1930s
satisfying about
movie,
shooting
and I
your
feel that way.
seltzers.
Okay, let's look at a redesign. Boy, this is such a classic old design. I'd hate to redesign it and ruin that old world appeal. I would possibly put some knurling on this silver cap. And what that means is, on this cap, not a great tracing, but you get the idea.
Here he
I
goes
would
with this
just
fucking
add
Sharpies
a little
again.
bit of shape or knurling or something pretty subtle, just so that
He doesn't keep
when
his
you try to twist
colors
it, you get a
consistent,
little
and that
focus
bugs
on it
me.
without squeezing so hard. Very minor detail on this. In terms of a buy rate,
What I would do is I'd
give
do
it a
black
1,
and then
it's
show a
because
red
it's
as
not
being the
usable.
things
It's
you
not
would
about the
change.
physical design, but the cartridge did not carbonate the
And then
water.
use
I
blue
don't
if
think
there's
anyone's
another
gonna
change
be
that needs to happen
happy
that's
with
pretty
it,
minor.
especially when a cartridge costs as much or more than a bottle of seltzer. The products that we looked at today, 3 out of 5 were pretty disappointing. So, 2 recommendations, and this
Yeah,
is
I don't know
probably
why
a
you
no-brainer.
would
It's
do
just a
that.
simple shaker.
Seltzer
And the other
deal.
one is Badass Mother, truly badass. We've got winners, we've got losers. Some of these I think were created or designed while drinking. Just a little bit left.
Ooh, wine opening gadgets. Let's look at that. This guy, it's just
Wow,
weird.
good to go. Let's say you're pretending to
Isn't
be a
he fucked up,
sommelier. Let's
Nikki?
pretend you're a sommelier. Sommelier.
Oh, God.
Sommelier. Is that okay? Let's say you're at home alone at night pretending to be a sommelier. I'm Dan, and I've been designing kitchen gadgets for 40 years. These are the gadgets
You should have heard him on his seltzer
Wine
comment.
Ziz, amazingly simple wine opener. Manual rotating corkscrew wine opener. Barcraft stainless steel lazy fish corkscrew. Monopole Asso cork puller. Coravin Model 1. The Wine Ziz, amazingly simple wine opener. Its purpose in life is to get that cork out of the bottle. Let's see how effective it is.
I don't know if
needle
he's
goes
been
through the cork,
designing.
push it all the way in. And
There he
start
goes.
zizzing.
What does this remind you of?
Whoa, that worked pretty quickly. Is that 3 pumps, 4 pumps? Popped right out. Made a sound like something's happening. This piece of
Something's
plastic
happening.
ejects the cork. Looks like we're good to
Sorry,
go.
guys.
Start early.
Must be
Say
drinking
you're
too
home
much or
alone
something.
At night, just drinking by yourself, pretending to be a sommelier.
Let's say you're home
Let's see
alone
how
at
it
night.
compares to a standard corkscrew. In terms of effectiveness, on
I don't
a
like
scale
the
of
way
1
it
to
looks
5,
still,
I
though.
would give it a 5. This really popped that cork a lot quicker than
I do
expected.
kind of want one
And
of
that's
those.
always a
I
good
think those
thing.
would be
If you
cool.
expect something to work in a certain way and it actually works better than that, you're exceeding expectations. That is a good thing to do design-wise. Let's try using the Wine Ziz with the left-handed
The Wine
oil.
Ziz?
It's a trick that I use to very quickly assess the usability of a product. And what that means is I'm right-handed. I'm going to oil up my left hand, make it really slippery.
He's got
And
oil
I'll
up his
try
left hand again.
foil.
Oh my
bottle.
God.
Rather painless. Now let's see if I can
Stop doing that.
inject the needle. Start pumping. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoa. And it's out. It takes a little bit of pressure.
This is
to
just
pump this
so
up and down.
distributing.
And I
He
do
oils up
notice
his
that
hand and
since
he
this
makes
is
a
a
jerking
purple
off
cylinder,
motion.
there's nothing really to keep my hand from just slipping up and down, especially oil like this. In terms of usability, I would put this down to a 3. And the reason I'm going to do that is a little bit
Why
of
is
punishment
nobody
for the
watching
fact that
right
this
now?
could have
This-
been so
this is
easily
fucking
resolved
gold.
To make this easier to use with less squeezing involved. Not everyone can do that. So yeah, I'm going to give it a
It's
solid
easier
3.
to do with less
Here are a few simple
squeezing
things I would
involved.
do to improve the Wine Ziz. Because you simply just pump this up and down, this could use a contour. And that means either give it a little bit
Oh,
of belly
God.
or concave. I'm going to give it
He's
a belly
making a
and
dildo.
a little arch at the top. Giving it even just a little bit of contour will hold it more securely in your hand. You'll have to squeeze less. Since your first step is to push
There he
the needle
goes.
in, I would round the tops a bit so you don't have.
If
quite
he
the
puts
sharp
2
edge.
round things at the bottom, I'm gonna lose
One
my
other thing
fucking
I would
shit.
do, notice how the Ziz wants to roll, either up top or down below. I would give this.
Yeah, I gotta look
flap.
at
Just
look at the
prevent
YouTube
it from
comments.
going right off the table. Simple modifications that the design team could have done could have
1
resulted
second, this
in
might
you
fucking
zizzing more
screw everything
effectively.
up.
For a buy rating, let's give it a 4.5. Design changes
Whoops.
that would have made it that much more usable would have been really minor and could have been considered. I would give it to somebody who needs to open that wine quickly, and I would give it to people who I would visit so that I can share the wine with them, because I think this can decork a bottle of wine in record time.
I
The
fucked up.
manual rotating corkscrew wine bottle opener. First thing that comes to mind when you take a look at this is
I'm gonna pause this video if I can ever get to
look
it.
and feel to it.
On my
Oh, I wanna
fucking
try it.
screen,
I would
it's...
use the tip
So I
of
still got my
corkscrew
other
to
screen on for some
break the
reason.
foil. And let's see if I can do that without cutting my finger.
There we
Place it
go.
on the cork.
Display settings.
Start screwing
Start screwing.
down a bit. That's probably
Alright, show
enough.
only on
And
2.
start
Keep
turning the handle.
changes. Boom,
The
I got
cork
to
had
it.
a little bit of resistance to get started, but after that, it came out relatively easily.
Alright, let's pause this,
Tastes
look
like
at the
the last
comments. Alright, 1 second. Thing I hate about window capture is it like follows how you like adjust this video. So, as someone who worked in the design of a second gadget, I'm very pleased with this view and grateful of its constructive criticism. And then this lady's like, let me try my teeth. Left teeth oiled wine test. I have a distinct impression that he's the fun uncle at parties. The fun uncle, the creepy one. Someone goes, he must have the softest hands ever. God damn, these comments though. Alright, let's get back to the video. We're reviewing this guy. Let's finish it. God, I hate this window capture. I wish it, like, stay the same size and capture the same part of the window. Maybe I can fix the position somehow. There. Let's get back into this.
It takes a little bit of force to get it in and to start turning the crank to pull the cork up. It does have its, its fun aspect to it. The showiness of some of these wine openers is nice to have, and I think this has it. I have a feeling that if I was in a party situation and I had this corkscrew, I think people would gather around to watch me do it or say, hey, let me try that. Let's see how that compares with a standard waiter's corkscrew. In terms of effectiveness, I would give it a 4, let's go 3.5, because you do need to work a little bit to get the cork back off.
I lost it.
But yeah, let's go
Where'd it
3.5,
go?
maybe a 4, 3.5. My final answer, 3.5. Let's try this with the left-hand oil test. So, slime myself up.
God, he's trying the
See
left-hand
how
oil
easy or
test.
difficult it's going to be to get the foil off. And this is
I don't
not
even know where the
easy
fuck it
at
is.
all. Not only is my left hand slipping, but my right hand is slipping because I want to spin the bottle. Spin the bottle, remember that? No, not cooperating left-handed. Let's see if I can
What is going on with
persuade
this?
it. Really, you need both hands to operate this, but I'm going to try it this way. I will spin with my left hand. It takes a couple of turns. It's not difficult. The shape of this handle is actually pretty
I gotta
good
get a
because
dual
you can
screen
really
going
nest
on.
your fingers into these concave areas and spin. It's a pretty
Alright,
classic
for the loud clicking
faucet-like
sounds.
shape. As we get down into it, you can see that my bottle's actually spinning in my right hand, but that's no fault of the wine opener. And I'm gonna
There,
do the
I got my
spinning
dual
with
screen.
my left hand. So
Maybe,
let's see if I can
maybe
get
not.
this to move. Well, cork is stuck in there. It takes a little bit to get it started. Once it loosens, it's not too bad. And we are out. Getting this off is going to be impossible. I can tell because I'm just going to continually slip on the cork itself. Let's see if I can drink with my left hand.
Let's not drink.
Oh yeah, that works just as well. In terms of usability, I'd give this a 3.5, only because it may take some work to remove the cork from the opener. Let's think about how I would redesign to improve the wine opener. You know, aesthetically, this thing has its ancient Victorian plumbing fixture charm. I did notice something though, is that this handle is wider than this handle. If this handle was longer, it would be a little bit easier to turn. You get a little more leverage on it.
Whoops. God damn, I'm just clicking all the wrong buttons.
I would have used the same size for both handles, giving a little more leverage to this side, especially since that cork has a little bit of resistance. For a buy rating, I would give this a 4, even though I rate it a little bit lower in usability. It's got a bit of a fun aspect to it. It's got a curiosity aspect to it. I would give this to someone in a mansion. The Barcraft stainless steel Lazyfish corkscrew. Its purpose in life is to get corks out of wine bottles. Let's see if I can use this edge to remove the foil. I am feeling optimistic and excited about drinking with the Lazyfish. Let's give it a shot. Position. Ooh, let's start spinning. It's a little unstable doing this, but not bad. Not loving the angles on here because I'm pushing my fingers against the.
I don't like the fucking terminology he's using.
It seems like something that could have been avoided. Get the fish's mouth all the way down into the bottle and see if the fish wants a sip. Okay. Should call it the drunken fish, not the lazy fish. Ready to pull? And that's it's coming up pretty easily. The mechanical advantage of this, and actually any of the wine openers, is the ratio of the movement of the cork to the movement of your hand. Just take a look at how much the cork is moving and how far my hand is moving. I would say this is about a 4-to-1 ratio. So whatever power you need to remove the cork, it would be 1/4 of that to pull this out. It's kind of fun to use.
That is not how that works at all.
In the middle of a party, I think
coming from
people are going to want to
somebody who knows physics, like, I am kind of pissed at this guy.
The cork still has to come out, and I really can't get a really good grip on the cork because the fish's mouth is in the way. So I'm going to have to squeeze.
Why aren't these buttons working for me?
And we are good to go there. Has a little bit of a salt water taste. Say you don't have any lazy fishes in your kitchen. Let's see how it compares.
Oh, shit.
I would give this a 4.5. It actually wasn't that hard to pull the cork out, and it has its little bit of a ceremony to it. I like it. I'll give it a 4.5. Let's torture test the lazy fish by trying the left-handed oil test. And step 1 is get that foil out. I feel like I'm gonna start cutting myself up. Not working easily. Hold on. Whoop. All right, I got it. That was really a combination of both hands to do that. Let's see how it goes. Stabilize this. It's much easier to spin the bottle than it is to spin the fish. So I'm into the cork. I'm gonna pull up with my left hand. It is a little stuck, but again, once you kind of break that initial stickiness of the cork, it comes up okay. I don't think there's any hope of getting the cork out unless I use my teeth. Well, I could try my teeth. Let me use my left.
Oh, he did fucking stick his mouth on it. You called it, Nikki.
I don't really recommend that. Still a little salty. In terms of usability, I kind of like it. It's very showy looking when you do it. I would give this a 3.5. Let's look at ways that I would try to improve the Lazyfish. Mechanism-wise, I think it's okay. What I would do, though, is...
I don't know why my fucking monitor is not working.
Just don't feel right and just a little sharper than...
This is what I hate about this monitor. It will not fucking work like when I want it to, or how I want it to.
Generous radius here. The other thing I would...
But I love the picture on it.
This up, really not a good place to put your fingers. I mean, you kind of improvise and put them on top of this hinge point. There is a black button, it's really a hinge on the side here. If possible, I would think about making that concave. or making it directional so that your fingers can sit inside here. That would give you something a little more secure to grab onto. Everything else, I think, is what it is. You don't want to interfere with the mechanism or the curiosity aspects of people wondering what is that and how does that work. In terms of a buy rating, I would give this a 5. I just think it's too much fun. We're going to need a bigger bottle. The Monopole Asso Cork Puller. It is
Of course he
designed
thinks
to
they
remove
need a
cork,
bigger bottle.
believe it or not. See if I can use the same tool to get the foil off. Not that much fun, but in a pinch, you can use it. And the prongs go into the cork. Boy, there's something about this that just seems a little too crude, but let's give it a shot. Do a bit of a wiggle to see if I can get this thing down into the bottle. And actually, if I
don't like the way this dude talks.
back and forth, it's going a little easier. So it's not a good way to hold it to do that, though, I gotta say. Give it a spin to see if that buys me anything. And I'm gonna start to pull up. And it is coming out. Of course, there's zero mechanical advantage. Whatever it takes to get the cork straight out.
There, finally got my fucking dual screen working.
Although it is working.
Now let's see if I can make it so I don't look like I'm looking like at the fucking ceiling.
Maybe I spoke too soon. It is stuck on there pretty well. We're out. Okay, that took a little bit of work, but I'll just reward myself with this.
You don't need to drink
Let's see how
anymore,
that
bud.
compares to a basic weighted corkscrew. I wasn't that optimistic. It looks just so basic and crude. That being said, it wasn't that easy. It did take a while, and it was a little bit of pain pushing that in. This handle isn't quite designed for that rocking action. In terms of effectiveness, I would rate this a 3 because it takes a lot of work to get that cork out.
You're kidding
So
me.
let's try this again with a slippery left hand. So, oil up both hands. Remove
He probably realized he like,
and let's
what
see
did it
if
go
I
from?
can get the foil off. It's good to know how it works in a pinch if you don't have a foil cutter. Let's insert the long prong. I'm going to rock it back and forth because that seems to be the way to get the prongs in there deep. It's not really designed to press down. I guess it's designed to be flat, but that's not helping us in terms of usability.
This just looks like a bad
I
gadget.
don't even want to rock with my left slippery hand. Now, I am not getting any further down unless I really struggle. And I can see right now that this is going to be impossible to spin because I also oiled up my right hand. That is not going to work. So I dried off my right hand a bit, and I am spinning, but boy, it's not that easy to pull up. There's nothing really.
Well, maybe
about
don't
the
fucking
design of
oil
this
your
that
hands.
is
Like, I
conducive
know he's trying to like
lifting.
make it look more difficult
But
than
it
it
is
is.
coming out. So that took a bit of effort. The cork is on there pretty tightly, but I could pry it off. And I guess after that effort, we're good to go.
He doesn't look as drunk on this
In terms of
episode.
usability, I would give this a 1. It may have advantages for a broken cork because you can get around the cork. You wouldn't depend on a corkscrew getting into
That's a
the
huge
center of the
jump,
cork.
though.
But boy, I don't think this would be anybody's
Jumping
first choice.
20K
Okay,
for-
let's think of ways to redesign
Like,
this.
why
to
wouldn't you
make
jump
it a
10K?
bit more usable. First of all, pulling this off, I don't know if you can see these grooves here, but they're going in line with the shield in parallel with the direction that you're pulling this off. If anything at all, you'd want the groove lines to go this way. It's just going to have a slight effect. So it's not an amazing improvement.
Who bought
At the
it?
very least,
Who
if you have groove lines, they should probably be horizontal.
bidded on it?
Better than that would be to give this some sort of shape so that as you are pulling it off, you got something to pull against. If not possible, then I would at the very least exaggerate these grooves so that you have something to pull against. There's nothing about this shape that wants to encourage.
That sounds familiar.
twist. So, looks like that, which means your finger is here and here, trying to pull it down.
Nikki, what do you think? Should I build like an auction area for
So I
Ark?
think we really need some width here. So I would actually fill in this segment so that all this is solid and probably curve it in a way that you can push
And do
against
like
it.
monthly
So I'm gonna
auctions
give
or
a
something?
concave shape here on the outside. So you have something to push against. Maybe even a concave shape in this direction if we're going to do this, so that there's something to push and twist against. If we're going to spin this, we want to design this side and this side
Calibration on this is
and to
awful
give more
today.
surface area to push against. And the same thing with pulling this up. Perspective here, I think this wants to be a concave finger shape. Thumb moves against that. I think this wants to be actually a little bit taller. I also think this wants to be wider. And this is now the top edge of this. The bottom edge would follow suit. So we have some width, some surface area to pull against when we pull up. And this makes the
Calibration
bigger,
is just
for this given
makes
device,
me look stupid
I think it'd be
sometimes.
well worth the effort put into it to make this more usable. In terms of a buy rating, boy, I would give this a 1 because really I think it's going to sit in the drawer unused. And
yeah, I think it'd be too
this
complicated to do it near the base.
Is really obvious.
I could.
If I was
Oh, I
give
should
this
build
to
in the
someone as a
desert.
present,
Gigas will
it would
pop
be
up there.
someone who I think is kind of large and big and strong and
It has to
just
be
wants
where
show
like no
how
other bases
powerful he or
are.
she is. The Corvin Model 1. The advantage
Maybe I'll scout
of
out some
Corvin
sites right now.
is that you don't remove the
Screw
Corvin.
this
It
guy.
is a CO2.
Going back to Xbox here. This guy's just kind of weird. The first videos I watched by them wasn't bad, but this video just sucked. Donkey dick. Alright, let's get this switched over to the Xbox setup. I'm gonna scout out some sites. And of course, why does it switch back to this? Yeah, I think I'm gonna buy a different monitor at some point. Sell this one. It's been a pain. This is the one I think I got free with the deal anyway. Alright, let's see. Where should we build? Oh, nice big auction area. Maybe I should make like go on like an auction like some different server. Maybe I could like main on an that'd be hard transferring materials on. I mean I could take the Strider and collect materials that way, but that would be a pain. Yeah, let's just do it on 1364. Just in case I need something. We're gonna take our Wyvern out and look for a spot. Oofda. What a day, what a day, what a day. I'm so tired of like these like people who like just literally somehow watch all the other channels will get all these follows because they somehow rigged it so they can watch like fucking a million channels at once. And they literally like just click on the fucking station they're watching. That's annoying to me. I haven't seen any messages come through yet. Doesn't need to be very far away from our base, though. I'm gonna grab some pillars and some ladders and start pillaring off an area. I kind of like Desolate's little hill, but I don't want to take down Desolate stuff for it. I want to build on a hill and then have like the track part almost come down to like kind of how they did the wraparound. Let's see if I can, if anyone's got like a build on something. Then that might help me in looking for an area for it. Yeah, I said that already. I'm gonna take a look at this guy's face.
So, welcome back.
See what he's got. Okay, that's not an ARC auction house. I would like to pretty much have what I'm thinking is almost an area like this, but not as big. Like maybe half the size, and just do beaky gates all over the place. Yeah, I know. I was originally thinking Desolate's Hill, I said, but I'm not going to build on Desolate's Hill. One, it's way too close to our base. It causes way too much lag. And two, he's got like so much shit going on there. I'm wondering, I'm seeing this little hill over here, and I'm wondering if there's anything on there. I don't want to have it be like totally far away from my base. I think someone's on this hill though. I gotta restart my headset. So I cannot hear anything that's going on. If no one's built out here on this island, this will be like the perfect spot. This island, this whole island could pretty much become that. Because nothing bad spawns over here. And of course there's fucking daddies over here. Of course. Whose daddies are they? Fucking compies, really? There. Eat that, bitches. Whose shit is this now? Crystal Carnage. Who the fuck is Crystal Carnage? And I bet they're building all this shit out here too. Ooh, look at that Inky though. Luki and Nico. You guys got a badass looking fucking Inky. Digging it. Alright, so that's not gonna be a good spot for it. Look at it. Oh my god, an Alpha Lady. Do I get anything that can kill that? Oh, but I won't get the points if I'm not riding it. Alright. I'm gonna try and kill it with the wyvern, fuck it. Might take a bit. It's alright bleeding. Ain't gonna end well with you. Gotta level up that chibi though. I have never tried to kill an alpha lady with a fucking wyvern. Don't run from me. Can't believe I'm not flying in the air yet. Boom! Eat it, bitch. I'm gonna eat you. That's gonna be my flying around food. Who's out here now? That's a pretty cool, decent looking base. Wieners! I forgot they were down here. Pretty sure there's someone on this hill, so that's not gonna work. I don't like building over here, because that gets in a little bit of the dangerous area. I don't know what spawns here, but this area is kind of laggy too, with all those gates there. God, I might have to build in the desert. I really don't want to, though. I just wonder if I could do something with this. But I don't want to get rid of our metal spot either. Ugh. This map's too hard. Plus you have Spinos out here, so that's a no-go for a trade area. Kinda wanna find a little island that would work for this. I so forgot to grab my pillars. I think I'm right near home. An auction doesn't have to be 24 hours. It's typically done that way because otherwise you're not going to get a lot of bidders. Like, think about how yours went from like 30 to 60. That would never happen if you were going to do a less than 24 hours. I would say 24 hours is like the lowest time frame you want to use. I don't know how many pillars I can grab. I don't need to grab metal ladders, I just need to grab wood ladders. I only have 16 pillars. 5 metal ladders. Where's my other ladders? There's my other ladders. I'm building that far out in the desert. That's too close to the scar. That's another reason I don't want to build around here too. It's too easy to kite things here. This area is all pillared off. Don't want to put it anywhere near this lag fest. Oh, I think I'm gonna end up putting it on the island. second Spino I've seen tonight. So just a wyvern that decided to fly towards the gate. Part of me wants to build it up here, but I know some dumbass is gonna fall off of here. God, I can't even go anywhere without seeing a base down here anymore. I remember when this whole area was like cleared off. We're heading back to the house, I think. Yep. Honestly, I kind of laugh if anyone spent 60k on one wolf. That's a little bit high. But I think he's just trying to get people to stop bidding on that. He wants to say, oh, I've won and I'm willing to go to fucking the depths of it to get this. What the hell is that? Is that a dolphin? I think I found my auction spot if it's cleared off. This isn't the spot with the daddy boxes, is it? I'll take a look around. Oh, this is the spot next to those guys. I don't think they're gonna be on that often though, to be honest. I think right here in this little groove is kind of where I'm thinking to build it. Do like seating all around here. I don't know how exactly it's going to look yet, but we'll kind of cross that bridge once we get there. What is the map location? That's not too far away. It's like 25, 85, 87. But I think this would be a perfect spot for an auction. Be easy to fucking round this off. You got a nice little ledge here for like, I could put walls along this wall. And then, yeah, people could line up back here. I think I should probably just bring the tech strider over here. It's not that far. But yeah, do a bunch of chairs up here. Yeah, I'll bring the tech strider over just to clear off everything. I'm gonna need some more metal pillars. Yeah. Ooh, maybe this could be the lineup area. This area looks pretty dope. And this can be like a donation area. Put a big billboard that says donation only. It's gonna be pretty cool. I wonder if there's a way to show visible area that you own. Nope. At least not that I'm seeing. Definitely want to capture this hill though. And I want to capture right next to this. So I'm thinking about maybe doing a take a funny picture in front of the crystal challenge. Just to get people interested and get people to come in and do like a free deal, like where we give away free 79 eggs or something. I'll bring a Giga over here too. Just gonna demolish this whole island. Maybe I'll put a transporter over there. Checking my phone as soon as I figure out where the fuck it went. Yeah, it looks fine. And that looks fine too. I don't see anything that changed. Hey, Broken Arrow's back. Welcome back. Alright. How do I want to do this? Let's see what I would need to build first. See if I have anything in the old building materials. Ooh, these metal railings might actually be pretty cool. I could have those be like the walkway out there. Otherwise, I don't really think anything else here is going to be... Maybe these... No, those are tech stairs. Ugh. Maybe I could build a whole shit ton of, like, normal stairs. Guess what I'd really like to do is section off the area first. I think that's the smartest thing to do. Whoops, I got way too much on me right now. Where'd you post it to, Nikki? Oh, in Extreme. Yeah, you should probably edit that. Eric's usually pretty quick at night. We'll leave these 2 wooden chairs. I'm gonna grab a Giga. We'll just cryopod blue here. And I'll be driving a tech strider over that way, so I just realized that this doesn't really have a good door to get out of that side at all. I have to change that. Let's bring this level 75. Let's see. Do it all towards charge capacity. Fuck it. This guy's being used for zapping and zapping only. Oh, you're ending it at night on Monday? What happens if you become busy, Nikki? I know, but you might get stuck at work longer than that, though, Nikki. That's what I'm worried about. damn, look at all that crystal. Bye-bye, crystal. I got a crystal full already? Damn. Level crystal fast over here. I think this was Island. That's true. This thing charge up a little bit, kind of figure out my plans. I really think that's going to be a good area for being able to auction stuff off at, though. It's remote. No one ever fucking comes here. I don't know what that guy's building over there, but I'm not gonna let it fucking bring me down here. This place is like perfect for this. First I'm gonna get all the stones in this area. Actually, I wonder if I unlink the Deddy box, if it'll just collect everything. I think it does. Unlink. Boom, it just collects everything. God, I wish I would have had this sooner. I think this might be my goal next week, though. Just to get this whole area just fucking pristine. God, how much shit do I need to drop? Like, you should collect berries with this thing. Next step is going to be to kill everything because this stuff's getting annoying. The area is pretty lag resistant from what I'm seeing. I'm like barely lagging over here. Alright, Giga time. Let's get rid of this Toronto. Anything else that might cause me some grief? Actually, I'll probably have the sellers come down this way. So it'll be a nice settled curve where sellers can come down, pod their dinos. Just going buck wild on this island right now. Alright. Yeah. Oh, this is a wooden fence support, not a wooden fence foundation. Yeah, this won't fucking click to that. Shit. Alright. Well, maybe I can use this thing then. Start making some wooden fence foundations. All I really need to do is go that way a little bit. Grab some stone, I think. That much fiber should be enough. Grab all the thatch I can. There's so much stone there, so let's grab all that. I doubt he has wood here. Yep, I didn't think so. I'll still be on this motherfucker. Oh, I'm not accessing the bag. Interesting. Alright. Means I'm gonna put away this stone and move this rider. Or maybe just toss the stone. I'm encumbered. Seriously? Oh, I should really get some Ellie in my tech suit. I'm just gonna toss these out. I've never used stone fence, wooden fence supports in my life. Oh, my head hurts. I'm gonna put a wood stone fence foundation all the way around here. See if I can make do with what I got here for right now. Just keep on putting railings around the outside. This will form as kind of a barrier. I mean, I bet it all disappeared by now. Yeah, we'll just grab some more. I got a feeling people are gonna be pretty pissed that I built out here. I don't really give a shit though. Forever to build. I don't know how I'm gonna do this part yet. I hope I get lighter than this. Come on, Nelly. That Dilo doesn't see me. I'm gonna wait till nighttime to do that one. That is too bright for me to see. Ow. God, this whole area is just really bright for me right now. Let's go on this side. God, I think I need to bring my gamma down. Hurting my eyes. Oops, I forgot to save it. There, that's a lot better. That was right. Yep, my phone just died, Nikki, so if you message me or anything, it's dead. Oh, you know you're still over there? This would be a cool auction area. Especially if I push those other guys out. Oh, cool. Oh, I have this guy on me. It's just far enough to wait, be mildly inconvenient. I like my tech strider over there so I remember where it's at. Look at that dolphin. God, I gotta switch to a fucking... I can't let that go on 2 times resource collecting. Not when I'm short as oil as I am. Made too much gas this weekend. Or last weekend. Plus this guy's gonna have a shit ton of fish. You better run, bitches. Be danced in the house. Which, oh, the one who said he's going to... That's fitting, working at a pet store and then playing this game. So, you know, the pets. I like it for the economic aspect of the game. Come on, Toby, get up there. I used to like the breeding when I first started playing. Like, I had the biggest dodo farm ever. And yes, it put yours to shame, Nikki. Imagine like a stretch as long as this big building. There's just dodos. People called me crazy and I was like... And this was when dodo eggs could fucking like tame everything. Like, I think they just had kibble. They didn't come out with like item specific kibble yet. And it was still like before they came up with like they even where you had dino based kibble. So dodo eggs were like a hot commodity. Oil. There's all the oils there. I guess I'm not short on oil. I am short on gas though. Something disappeared out of there. Probably berries. We can reach that one. This one I'm trying to reach? Yeah, it's this one. Good. Damn, I fill those troughs up fast today. Did you break the bottom of it? I don't know why, but I'm getting like strange deja vu, like we said this before somehow. I'm not saying that like ironically, like I generally remember us having a conversation. Yeah, on my side, the top's like falling out of it. For the time being, I mean, we could always look at a used one, see if there's anything in town, and just rent a U-Haul if there is. Damn, I think my mowing has a lot of stuff in it. I'm gonna close up the doors and call it a day here. I don't really feel like building. I'm actually kind of feeling sick. Yeah, I mean, that wasn't a terrible deal that we got last time. I mean, if it's 5 years no interest financing, we could get a few dressers for like, what is it, 1,500? That wouldn't be too bad of a deal. Alright, I am heading off. Thanks for listening, guys. I will see you again. And we'll catch you guys later. Have a good night.